Hey everyone, Smurfhammer 2003 here, part of TGN, back again. This time with a Smurftastic review of Smurfs 2, developed by Ubisoft and WayForward Technologies. Its release date is today, the 19th of July in UK and Europe, and the 23rd of July in America, and is available for PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, Wii and Wii U. This review is based on Xbox 360. So my little Smurfy friends, what's it all about? Well, Smurfs 2 is a traditional 2D platformer, primarily aimed at younger gamers. Probably suited for ages from 5 to 12, but I'm sure there's plenty of adults out there who will enjoy playing Smurfs 2 when the kids have gone to bed. So on to the plot, and what a Smurftastic one it is too. Apparently the game does follow, in some respects, the plot from the feature film also being released this month, but I can't really confirm or deny that as the film isn't out yet. Basically, everything is going smurfily until Smurfette gets kidnapped and Smurfs get lost in the wilderness, and with your core Smurf group, you set out across the variety of landscapes to rescue your Smurf family. It's Smurfageddon, I tell ya. You may have noticed I'm smurfing up all my words in this review, and that's because, well, in true Smurf fashion, this game adds Smurf into every possible word, level, nook and cranny of the game. So anyway, on to the gameplay. As I said before, the game is a simple enough 2D side-scrolling platformer, which is perfect for the target audience. And to be honest, it's been way too long since I last played a side-scroller. In many ways, I think the game developers have taken inspiration from core classic games such as Sonic the Hedgehog and Super Mario Bros. Why? Well, obviously they're side-scrolling too, but having to smash blocks to gain access to some areas, hidden rooms with collectibles, magic potions to unlock timed boost events are all very reminiscent of Mario games. Collecting blueberries, or Smurfberries, whatever, while progressing through a level, much like the rings in Sonic, and then if you should get hurt, then these will be dropped, and you will need to scrabble around to gather as many as you can before they disappear, and you will die if you get hurt without having any of these on your character, is a mechanic used in Sonic's adventures. This is great. It combines the two simple ideas from two very popular franchises into one game, and as an adult playing the game, it's quite enjoyable to see these incorporated. Each level in each area will stay true to its setting, so the spooky forest area, for example, will have its own distinctive colour palette and look throughout the area. Each area will also feature its own boss battle, for which you will need to pass before opening up the next area and its consequent set of levels. It's a clean layout and works well. All these areas are accessed via portals from Smurf Town or Smurf Village. Again, this works seamlessly and will be quite intuitive for younger players. On each level there are Smurf coins to collect. Collect all of them in each stage to rescue that particular Smurf, which is something that adds a lot of replay value to the game, as you'll be unable to gain access to some of these Smurf coins unless you have certain characters' abilities. These characters will need to be unlocked themselves by progressing through the game. It's a system that is well implemented, and it won't feel like a chore to replay these levels. Also, with each level there are 3 sub-objectives, for which you will need to try to complete to gain a higher score. These vary with objectives such as play through the level with a particular character, or complete the level with a certain amount of berries in your possession, and a few other types. As I hinted earlier, you can play as different Smurfs, which you get to decide at the beginning of each level, according to their own unique abilities. Some Smurfs need to be rescued to be unlocked for gameplay. Papa Smurf, for example, can throw potions that will freeze an enemy. Brainy Smurf can jump higher, Gutsy Smurf has a super punch, and Smurfette can float for a limited time. And there's loads more too. From the title menu to in-game, the music throughout the game is of a high standard, and of course the iconic lovable Smurf theme is present. In particular, each time you find your juice potion meter fills up, and you unlock bigger berries for a limited amount of time. It adds a nice touch to the gameplay, and fans of Smurfs will undoubtedly have a smile on their faces during these times. Character voicing is nigh on perfect, adding a believable element to the gameplay. Sometimes characters' lines can become a little bit repetitive, but this is rare and for the most part not a problem. Younger gamers will no doubt enjoy hearing the Smurfs' various comments during their gameplay. You may think it would be hard to have poor graphics on a 2D platformer, but you'd be surprised. Thankfully the graphics are perfect in Smurfs 2 for the audience it wants to impress. Vibrant colours with plenty of attention to detail and great character animations make the environment much more believable. Each area will have its own colour palette and stick to it faithfully until you reach the next area. Cutscenes are of a high standard with cartoon storyboards. Whilst no CGI like the film, the game actually remains faithful to the traditional Smurf layout during the storytelling cutscenes. Up to 4-player co-op is available during the game, which if you want to entertain more than one person at a time, it's seamless. Some levels even require you to have multiple people play at the same time if you want to complete all the challenges in that level. It's not a requirement though, and the game is just as complete for those playing by themselves. Smurfs 2 does lack multiplayer however, but this really isn't a surprise or a problem. After all, the target demographic will probably be one that hasn't matured to the world of online gaming yet. It's far better that they concentrated on the core game than having bolt on a multiplayer experience. In conclusion, Smurfs 2 is aimed at a younger audience, and I can see younger gamers really enjoying this game, much more than the likes of Epic Mickey 2, which I reviewed late last year. The developers have understood the audience and created a great, simple, but fun game, where they can control their favourite characters from the cartoon and the films. All with a very easy learning curve that does increase in difficulty enough to challenge older kids, but not so much as to alienate the younger, less skilled gamers. Some adults will enjoy kicking back with this too. It's a Smurf-tastic package that will entertain the family, so yeah, it's good all round for any Smurf fan. Thanks for watching everyone. Please give the review a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe for more if you haven't already. Take it easy. Bye.